at home, and I think most people, if they're under stress, they try and move away from the stress. And so what you hear employers saying, well, it's probably home-related stress. So if it's home-related, why are they staying at home and not coming into work? So that's a challenge that you have to ask yourself. Measurable. We don't know how people are once they go home. We look at some of the legal issues. Employers have a duty to protect the health, safety and welfare of their employees. And we'll be going into this in a bit more detail later. And financial. Workplace stress can cause disruption to businesses when people go off sick. The longer that they're away from work, the harder it is for them to come back, and the more stress people are put under that are still there trying to carry on without them. It can cost employers a lot of money in statutory sick pay, paying for overtime to cover some of the duties, employing temps and agency workers. So it can lead to lower productivity as well. And it can also have a domino effect that if somebody goes off stress, that puts stress on the other colleagues who then may go off sick with stress as well. So it can have that kind of domino effect as well. And health and safety executive research shows us that 5 million people in the UK are stressed by work, and this comes from the household survey that they do every few years. It's costing society billions of pounds, and apart from lost production in the workplace, statutory sick pay, incapacity benefit, the NHS treating heart disease, high blood pressure, ulcers. There's also a growth in industry and counsellors that are attached to GP surgeries. So all in all, it's costing all of us some money every time. So if we look at the legislation that's there to protect workers while they're at work, there's the Health and Safety at Work Act, which you'll all be familiar with. There's a duty to risk assess under the Management of Health and Safety at Work regulations. So like if it were your reception area and you've got one person stuck on there all day dealing with people, everybody else avoids that because they know that's a stressful job. It might be about rotating some of that work so that everybody gets a little bit of stress but no one person gets too much of it. But there's things that you can do to rehabilitate people back into work. And it's particularly good practice if somebody's had a long sickness absence, that they're not expected to just hit the ground running when they come back to work. And you often hear employers say, well, you're either 100% fit or you're not. But sometimes you don't have to be 100% fit, but you can build up to that with a little bit of support in the workplace. Or you could have temporary redeployment and it's about the demands put upon a person, the amount of control that they have over that, the amount of support that they get, what kind of relationships there are at work, how they perceive themselves or their role. And what we all find difficult is when there's changes going on, and that's particularly important to make sure that there's good communication so that there's not lots of rumours going about things that are changing. So in summary, work-related stress is a serious problem. We all know that. We all know what it costs every time. Tackling stress effectively can result in significant benefits for the organisation as well as the individual employee. Work-related stress is preventable if we have a look and see what's happening and we risk assess it properly. And there are practical things that organisations can do to prevent it and control it. And work-related stress is a management issue which managers can help to resolve as well. And always remember that prevention is better than the cure, so it's easier to prevent somebody